Hi, my name is Jay McCarthy, and I've got the great pleasure of working with U.S. beef today. The first thing about U.S. beef you'll notice is the fat. The fat's very white. It's very white because it's fed more on corn than other things. Corn seeds make the fat white. Marbling is fat within the muscle. It's not fat on the outside. It's the fat between the muscle fibers. This is critical. The more fat within the muscle, the juicier that piece of meat's going to taste. And that marbling in the fat is what makes U.S. meat so great. Besides the fact that the fat is mostly corn-based, the next thing is the fact that the fat is within the muscle. The muscle, with the fat in the muscle, it helps the muscle fibers slide across each other. It makes it much easier to chew. It makes it much juicier. We all love a juicy steak. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this prime rib out of the bag, and I am going to cut what's called a Cowboy Rib Eye. I'm going to remove one little bone from here. This is a knuckle bone. It looks like a chine bone, or it's attached to the chine bone. But I'm just going to take this out because it makes my job for cutting this Cowboy Rib Eye a whole lot easier. So I remove one little knuckle piece, and now I'm going to cut the Cowboy Rib Eye. Cowboy Rib Eye, it's on the bone. The first thing I have to do is I have to what we call face. So in facing this, I'm looking for, I'll cut this so you guys can see it as well. Trimming a little fat off the inside. The bone is right here. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to face it right next to the bone. And this is where you'll see the beauty of this beef. It has this wonderful marbling in it. The next thing is I'm going to cut the next steak right next to the bone right here. This is going to become our Cowboy Rib Eye. Basically the Cowboy Rib Eye I'm going to remove down to the bone, down to here. What I'd like you to notice how white this fat is and how much intermuscle marbling there is on the rib eye itself. Truly one of the great cuts of meat. In my restaurant, this is our most popular steak. We sell more of this than tenderloins or anything else. The fat, you can use it for other things. You can make, in the old days, they used to use it for pastry. They'd render it down. That's called suet. I use it in my restaurant. I keep it right next to the grill, as you would olive oil. And so this steak is ready to go. There are many different cuts of U.S. beef, but the main thing is looking for the marbling, to see what grade it is and see how the higher the grade, the more marbling. So now that I'm not going to put any salt and pepper on this just yet. I'm going to stick it on the pan, and as soon as you hear that sizzle, you know you're doing all right. There's a couple different cutting techniques. That's why sometimes you'll see things cut on the bias, like smoked salmon. The idea is you're cutting across the grain, but you're also cutting at an angle, so when you push down on that angle, the things actually slide off of each other. Again, it makes it more palatable to us human types. The next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this and flip it over. The way to cook is there's well done, medium well, medium rare. Some people, they call it the hand thing. If you do it like this, when your hand is relaxed and you push this muscle, that's rare. If you go like this, that's medium rare. That's medium well, and well done. I'm going to take my wonderful little plate here. I'm going to lift this guy up, and we will present this as such. We're just going to have a wonderful U.S. rib eye.